The towering mountain, known as Mount Ebonvale, loomed over the valley like a sentinel of ancient mysteries. Its slopes were shrouded in dense forests, and its peak disappeared into the swirling mist. For years, it had beckoned to those seeking adventure, but on one fateful day, it would become the setting for a chilling tale of a mother and child's harrowing journey. Marie, a single mother with her 8-year-old daughter, Emily, had always loved the outdoors. They set out on a hiking trip to Mount Ebonvale, a place Marie had visited in her youth. It was meant to be a bonding experience, a chance for Emily to learn about the wonders of nature. The day was clear, and the sun bathed the forest in a warm golden light as they began their ascent. Marie carried a backpack filled with supplies, while Emily clung to her mother's hand. They followed the well-worn trail, the forest alive with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves. As they climbed higher, the air grew cooler, and the woods around them took on a quiet, almost eerie quality. Marie couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, but she dismissed it as mere nerves. Hours passed, and they reached a remote clearing with a breathtaking view of the valley below. It was the perfect spot for a rest, and they settled down to enjoy a picnic lunch. But as they ate, a strange fog rolled in, obscuring their surroundings. Marie glanced at her watch, realizing that they had lost track of time. She tried to shake off the unease that had settled upon her, but Emily's cheerful chatter had grown quiet. The fog thickened, and the once familiar trail seemed to vanish. Panic set in as Marie realized they were lost on the mountain. She called out for help, but the only response was the echo of her own voice. Desperate to find their way back, Marie led Emily deeper into the woods, hoping to stumble upon the trail. The fog clung to them like a shroud, making it impossible to see more than a few feet ahead. As they walked, strange things began to happen. Marie heard whispers in the wind, voices that seemed to call out to her. Emily spoke of seeing shadowy figures moving among the trees. The forest itself seemed to come alive with an unnatural energy. Hours turned into days, and still, they were lost on the mountain. Hunger gnawed at their stomachs, and exhaustion weighed them down. The whispers in the wind grew louder, their words unintelligible but filled with a sense of urgency. One night, as they huddled together beneath a makeshift shelter, they heard footsteps approaching. Terrified, they hid in silence, their hearts pounding. A figure emerged from the fog, a spectral silhouette with hollow eyes. It was a woman, her face pale and her clothes tattered. She reached out to them, her voice a mournful wail. "Help us," she pleaded, her words filled with anguish. "We are trapped here." Marie and Emily could only watch in horror as the woman disappeared back into the fog. The whispers in the wind grew louder, a cacophony of voices that seemed to tell a tragic tale of lost souls and a mountain's dark secret. Driven by desperation, Marie and Emily followed the voices, hoping to find answers. They stumbled upon an ancient, overgrown path that led them to a hidden clearing. In the center stood a circle of weathered stones, and at its heart was a gaping chasm. As they approached the chasm, the voices in the wind grew deafening. Marie peered into the abyss and saw a swirling vortex of mist and shadows. It was a portal, a gateway to another realm. Realization struck her, the mountain was a place where the boundaries between worlds blurred, where lost souls were condemned to wander for eternity. They had unwittingly entered this cursed domain. With Emily's small hand in hers, Marie made a fateful decision. She stepped into the portal, hoping to find a way out for herself and her daughter. The world beyond was a surreal landscape of shifting shadows and echoing whispers. Days turned into weeks as they journeyed through this otherworldly realm, searching for an escape. They encountered more lost souls, each with their own tragic story. The voices in the wind grew louder, urging them onward. At last, they stumbled upon a rift in the fabric of reality, a tear in the veil between worlds. With a final effort, Marie and Emily crossed over, returning to the world they had left behind. Their ordeal on Mount Ebonvale was over, but the memory of their haunting ascent would stay with them forever. They had glimpsed a world of lost souls and dark secrets, a place where the boundaries between life and death were fragile and easily crossed. As they made their way back to civilization, they knew that some mysteries were best left unsolved. and that the mountain would forever hold its secrets, hidden in the swirling mist.